Yo.
Man, are you ready for this fucking bag talk?
Yes, sir. I just had to relaunch some shit. I had everything set up and ready to go before I head to the gym, but I guess my computer just decided to turn that shit off. I don't know. And Discord too. Discord turned itself off because update.
Oh
Really
yeah, just like
convenient.
that. Shit's whack.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Are you in on Tesla?
No, but I have given some investment opinion that will no doubt lead me to getting a couple of those dollars. My professional opinion.
I like to hear it's all about that fucking money.
But I will be buying a shit ton of shares of that nickel company.
Oh yeah, that looks good. That's a good find. Where'd you find that?
Oh, bro, I literally just heard about it. But that's like, that news is so fresh. It is like hours recent.
Are they on like
Oh, wait, we
big
gotta get in the
markets?
conference room. Carter's in there.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm here.
What up?
What's up? Are we waiting for anybody else, or should we just start?
Just start, man. Everyone else is fired.
Yeah. Um. All right. Yeah. So basically, here's kind of what I'm thinking for tomorrow. So I just checked Tesla. It closed after hours up 0.91%, and so about 423. I'm gonna double check that. Um. Yeah, so they closed at 423.45. Now, there's a couple different scenarios that are going to happen. So, first of all, here's this. With a weekly call, now we're closer to the money. Some of us with the 420, they like Hotep's got the 425. I don't have anything right now. I sold mine. But I'm going to get back in tomorrow. But I'm going to be sure to pick my spot. So basically, there are a couple different things that could happen. Number one is futures are green again, and Tesla is up 5% at open. Now, increasingly, I'm starting to believe a little bit less in that one. And what I think is going to happen is something like tomorrow or something like today. So here's the thing with today. If you guys remember, during the afternoon, what I kept repeating was what we needed was volume more than anything. And now Tesla held up pretty well when the Nasdaq dumped a little bit and the S&P dumped a little bit. But what really drove Tesla was that volume coming in. There was a point like around like 2:30, 3 o'clock, there had still only been like 65 million shares traded with an average of 73 million. So they were, below average volume, and we ended up with like 85 million shares traded. So about 10% above average volume. So tomorrow could be a chill day. It could. I don't think it will, but that's another thing that could happen. Now here's the other thing that I think is probably most likely is that we open up, I'd say less than 1% up. So between 0 and 1% up. And from there, we either shoot right up at open, like immediately, like we go up immediately, like $5-10 at open. And what happens in situations like that is usually you have people that sort of unload their contracts. Like they unload their contracts, unload their shares, and then they'll either get back in cheaper later or it's just done for the day. So that could look like tomorrow Tesla opens up at 424, goes up to 433. Everyone's like, oh yeah, it's here, people are buying in, and people are just buying people's inflated contracts, and then Tesla goes to like 410. So that it's going to be a situation where, so those are a couple different scenarios. it's going to be a situation where people are going to need to be mindful. Here's the biggest thing. You need to have in mind before the bell rings tomorrow, you need to have a price where you say, I'm not taking any less than this for my contract. So if you're willing to ride it down to negative 100, negative 200, if you don't want to have a stop loss, then that's fine. But I would recommend having it, because before you know it, like if Tesla dumps, you could just keep waiting for a rebound, and before you know it, you're down $400, $500, and you're like, what the fuck, dude? I was up $400 yesterday. Now I'm down 500, and you're just not managing your account. So, since you guys didn't use a day trade today, since everyone held it overnight, there's going to be a chance to re-enter tomorrow. There will be. There will be a chance where you'll be able to make money on the contract. So this is the biggest thing. Obviously, I'll be looking at it in the morning and I'll kind of give my thoughts on what's happening. But I would just be prepared. If we open up at 420, if we open up, at 425, your contract's going to lose value. Not a ton, but it's going to lose a little bit of value, probably 5-10%, just because of theta. Because you're one day closer to expiration. So those are just a couple different, like I said, those are things you just need to keep in mind, because we, won't be on here in the morning. But like I said, with that in mind, I'll have a better idea tomorrow of kind of what I think is going to happen. So that's kind of what I wanted to open with, if anyone has any questions.
I have a question that's not immediately relevant to the options trading, but specifically, what do you think about that nickel company?
I haven't seen anything about it. I've heard about it, but I don't know anything about the company. I mean, I'm sure Tesla's gonna fucking wow, at battery day. So
Well,
I'm
with that
sure
leaked
they'll
info, it's already made me spray my pants.
It's on Reddit, so it's you
Yeah.
just don't know.
Yeah.
It's
not
it's hard.
100% credible.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. I haven't seen a 2 million mile battery. I've heard 1 million mile. I think, but here's one thing with respect to that is, I think if you guys want to be more patient relatively, and you want to wait for that dip in Tesla, you can go long for next Friday. You can go, if we're red at a time tomorrow or Wednesday or Thursday, which it probably will be. It probably won't be straight green. And there's a day of consolidation where contracts are losing value. Get a 925 call. If you want to bet on that news, and you want to bet on it, wouldn't. I mean, I imagine Tesla will have 150 million shares traded on Wednesday, on the 23rd, a week from Wednesday. If they drop big news. So, I sold my 500 call today. I kind of wish I hadn't, but just if you think there's going to be news, then it's go roll out to 925. You're never going to buy a contract at the bottom and sell at the top. It's just not going to happen, So
you just got to take that profit when you can, and when it's a reasonably good profit to take, obviously.
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, so yeah. I mean, but for some of the other people, I don't think it's a bad idea to, buy drop 1,200 on a 500 call for 925. If there's news and Tesla goes to 600, that's going to be worth $8,000, $10,000 on next Friday. Talking about a 5-bagger, so 6 or 7-bagger. So, don't feel, and just don't chase anything. Tomorrow's going to be a day of patience. I'm going to have about $10,000 ready to go, and I'm probably going to go all Tesla and just scale in for next Friday and for this Friday.
I got a quick question.
Yeah, what's up?
So we've laid out a general game plan if it opens up anywhere between 420 to 425 or whatever. What if that Sam guy is right and it opens up higher?
I don't know. I don't know if he said it's going to open up higher. I think he said it can see it tomorrow, and I think it will see it tomorrow. But if it, honestly, like that's going to be a thing where it's going to go back to what I said. What's the minimum price you're willing to take? So given that, most of you guys have relatively little experience with options, are you going to be cool? Well, I mean, you guys are going to be in the green. So it's like, if we're still at 420, you're still going to be up $300-400. So
yeah, I think I'm gonna sell at the open.
I mean, here's the thing though. It could very well happen that Tesla moves 7 or 8% tomorrow. And it's like, but this is why you got to remember, dude, like for everyone, you're never going to sell at the top, like ever. And you got to, like today I ended up leaving about $4,000 on the table with Tesla, dude. I didn't give a fuck. Like I didn't care. Like
You were already up.
Yeah, I made money on my contracts. Like that's what I was looking to do. It could have just as easily have honestly, like when my stop loss hit on the 420 and I made like 325 or whatever I made, and then I checked and Tesla was at 396. I was feeling pretty good, because I would have been almost negative. I'm like you guys are probably down a couple $100. And so, just if it's a situation where Tesla opens up at 440, I would implore you to, well, you know what? I'm going to walk through actually what I would do, because I can't tell you what to do with your money. If I had a 425 call and Tesla opened at 440 tomorrow, I would sell immediately, honestly. Like, and it's probably going to go higher that day. But for me personally, if I'm up 1,500 on that call at open, up $2,000, and then all of a sudden I'm only up 700 because there's a huge morning dip, which there will be. Like it probably won't go negative, but if Tesla opens up 5%, it's gonna dip. Like it's going to dip. It's gonna go to like 425, probably like immediately. And then it's like, then you got to depend on market sentiment. You got to see what's happening. Like now, but here's the thing: like in this week and next week, it's going to be one of those times where Tesla acts pretty much independently of the NASDAQ and the S&P. It helps when they're green, but Tesla can do that. Tesla can be up 10% on a day. Tesla can move 3% more fairly, I would say, on a day where the markets are down 1%. It can do that. But that was just a way of explaining, like, Tesla's going to do what Tesla does. It's a tough stock to trade. If you catch the trends, you can make a lot of money. But with options, this was for me, like something I had to understand. It was like, you will never, ever, ever sell at the top. When you hold a multi-day contract, like you will never, ever, ever. When I had my Tesla calls 2 weeks ago in my dad's tax-free account and we made like 28,000, if we'd have held them, we would have made 60,000. I didn't give a fuck. Like, I did not give a fuck. I was like, okay, like, cool. I made almost 30K.
Yeah, it's hard to be mad about making literally $30,000.
Yeah. So, and with one contract, with the fact that, tomorrow I'll probably play multiple contracts, but you guys are holding one. And think about it this way. I mean, you didn't burn a day trade. You're going to be able to use that money again tomorrow. So if Tesla's up huge at open, dude, that's what I was. If it was me and Tesla opens like high 430s, low 440s, and I had a 425, I would sell. I would sell. Yeah, I mean, and
I have a
Tesla
425, and I just got off the phone with my friend. He's actually the one that bought me the contract, and I just told him, like, look, if it dips like below, whatever my price was, I just told him to sell, because I personally don't have like hands on the contract because I didn't have enough buying power from my account to get one. But yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
It's a nice friend of yours to spend that much money on his own account.
Yeah, you can't get mad about, securing profit. Like at the end of the day, you sold the contract for a profit. Like today, it worked. That's just, I sold the 400 calls at like 1,600 or something like that. Like they went to like 2,600. I didn't care. It's whatever. I bought them for 8. I sold them for 16 at 100%.
Yeah, my contract is up more like 65%. If I could sell for what it closed at tomorrow morning, even at the morning, like right at the very morning, I'll be thrilled. But it probably won't. It'll probably dip a little bit because, like you said, there's one less day to trade. But I'll be happy with whatever I end up selling with tomorrow. I should have sold today, but
I mean, look, here's the thing about Tesla. Tesla has continuation. You know, that's like here's the thing. Here's why I'm not worried about Tesla. There's a gap to 452. There's a gap to like 470. When we closed at 500 on the last day, I told everyone to buy Tesla calls. We were opening at 540 the next day, and then
that's insane.
and then Tesla did the offering, so we were up another 10% pre-market. So we're gonna open green tomorrow. It's a matter of how much. And with Tesla, you just can't tell. Like, you just don't know. And here's the other thing. The reason the volume was so low on the S&P and the NASDAQ today was because we have the Fed doing all their shit. They released the Beige Book, which is released 8 times a year, where they talk about like their economic outlook. So again, like, that's not going to hurt. If it's bad, that's not going to hurt Tesla as much as it's going to hurt some of the other companies, but it's still going to hurt. It's not going to help, you know.
Yeah.
It's not going to help, like, if it's bad. So that's why for me, like, I don't feel like, I just like to day trade, you know. I just like to like trade whatever. I'll get back in tomorrow. I personally don't have the patience to like, I don't have the fucking diamond hands to just do that. Like, I don't like. Today, holding that Tesla call for like 3 hours was the longest I'd held a contract in a long time, to be honest.
Damn.
So I like to do these quick.
Bro, I've been holding XTRM for like 3 months.
Yeah, I mean with
stocks is different.
yeah, with shares, you know, it's different because you don't have that volatility. But you know, so no, I think, you know, with Tesla, like, we'll just have to see what happens tomorrow. You know, we'll have to see where we open at. You know, so with that being said, I mean, I think tomorrow's going to be a day this week, you know, like we'll have to see more tomorrow. Like, I'll be letting everyone know when I get in, and I'm probably looking to pick up 2 or 3 contracts tomorrow. So, like, I'll take a starter, and I'll look to add on dips. But tomorrow it's probably all Tesla for me, and then I'll save some money for puts, just on like the S&P and stuff like that. But
I'll be up at 5 a.m. tomorrow, so literally the first thing I'm gonna do is open my phone up.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we'll see what it's doing pre-market. You really won't know, honestly, until like about 9:15 what things are looking like for the day. But yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be good. I mean, you know, we're all making money. Like, we all made money today on Tesla. We're going to make more. We're going to make more on Battery Week, you know. I think Friday, swinging into next week will be a good play, because I think looking for dips on Thursday and Friday for 925 will be great. And so I'd look to have settled cash and be ready to go on Thursday, Friday. I'd like to hope we're going to get a retest of that 400 to 410 level, in which case I'll be going long. But maybe not, you know, maybe we're just going to go straight to 500. We'll just have to see. We'll have to see. You know, you can't really tell tonight. You know, the market doesn't open for 13 hours. So that's pretty much, those are all my thoughts. Like, if anyone has any questions, you know, I'm happy to talk about it, but that's pretty much all like I have to say.
You heard about that, like, supposed leaked news or whatever?
Yeah, I saw it.
Do you think there's any truth to it? I mean, they've pretty much been saying the same thing for about 6 months, but
yeah, I mean, I'm sure it is. I mean, you know, I'm sure they're going to do something crazy. Like, it won't surprise me if Tesla's up 20% after Battery Day. It really won't. So,
do you think what I mean to say is, like, do you think some of the run for the rest of this week is going to be, like, factoring that in, essentially, like the leak news or whatever?
I mean, it's just going to be speculation. You know, I mean, people are going to be like, no. I mean, no one's going to. very few people are going to buy based on like Reddit news, you know, honestly. Like people like seriously though, like people some
like Reddit.
people but like people with tens of millions of dollars like don't even know what Reddit is. You know,
That's
the people that are going to be buying shares is actually going to move the price of Tesla. You know, that's you know, they're just betting on that kind of stuff and they don't even know it. Like they're just assuming Elon's going to bring out, you know, his bag of tricks next Tuesday. And you know, so that's that.
I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight.
You'll be all right, bro. You're gonna make money. I mean, you know, and we're gonna make money every day on Tesla this week. You know, we're gonna be Tesla there every day, and then Thursday and Friday going long for next week will be. Yeah, and here's the other thing, guys, is like with Friday being triple witching, which is like you guys can look that up. It's really too long to explain, but Friday being triple witching. With all the Fed stuff this week, the big traders are like 80% cash right now. So like you can't, if Tesla ends up booming and you're like, fuck, why did I sell? Like, it's like, dude, you didn't know what was going to happen. Like nobody knew what was going to happen. Just be happy that you made $500. Like that you made $5,000, $2,000, $1,000, whatever. It's more money than you had, you know?
Yeah.
And just look at it like a bless.
Yeah.
And,
in like the 2.5, 3 weeks that I've been doing options, like I can already tell you that I regret more, not like the profit that I've lost. I regret like just the straight up losses, like the Baba calls. But like I don't even think about the profit I've potentially missed out on. So yeah, it's like the psychology of it is also like you're always going to feel good about taking money.
Yeah, and I mean, I'll tell you what, dude. Alibaba was primed to explode. Like
I
that,
agree. Yeah.
you can't. When Alibaba was it is undervalued, and you know, when you have the Nasdaq go down 15% in a week, like there's just nothing you can do about that. I mean, everything took a beating. Tesla dropped 25%. You know, it dropped 30. Tesla dropped almost 40%. It went from 500 to 330, so 34%. Off its highs. You just can't do anything about something like that. And that happens in the market. Like you're gonna take those losses. Alibaba was as good as I felt on a play in a long time.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, so I always err on the side of skepticism. And with that being said, I am 100% confident there's going to be an opportunity to make money on Tesla calls every single day through next Friday. It's going to be volatile. There's going to be volume. And it's going to be about being patient, you know, and picking your spots. Today, like, I didn't expect the VWAP bounce. You know, I didn't expect the move down to 396. But, you know, you guys were probably ready. You'd have picked up another call. You lowered your average. And now you're up twice as much, you know. So it's like,
a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if it's, that's just, but that's options for you, man. Things are going to happen. Like, it's a lot like crypto. It gets manipulated. People get stopped out, you know, prices get bid down. Options are not for the faint of heart. You know, they're not. And that's why when you're relatively inexperienced, and even I'm still relatively inexperienced, like I just understand how options work pretty well. And so it's like, that's why I take profit. Like, that's why I do those 60-second snipes. I look at it like time spent. If I can make $250 in a minute, like, I'm just going to do that, you know? That's why I do those little snipes. But I won't be doing those as much, you know, through next Friday, because Tesla's, there's going to be chances to make a lot of money. And so we'll just get to it, you know?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely going to sell. Like, even if it opens roughly where it is now, which is like between 420 and 425, I think I'm going to sell regardless, because it makes perfect sense for it to dip a little in the morning. Just like it did this morning.
Yeah, and it probably will. It probably will. I mean, look, futures are red right now. They're not super red, and it's really early, but futures are red. So, you know, but that doesn't mean, you know, when futures are red, you know, the companies like Microsoft, Apple, Google, they're going to be down, you know, 0.1%, 0.3%, whatever. Tesla could still be up 1%. You know, Tesla's its own thing. But like I said, tomorrow morning, like I'll have an idea and I will say, at 9:25, I'm going to say, here's what I would do if I had a contract right now. And then I'll talk about my game plan for the day and what I'm looking for. And then I'll let everyone know when I'm getting in. So.
I got a question with Weeble. Can you do hotkey stuff?
One more time.
Can you do hotkey stuff with Weeble?
I don't know, dude. I like hotkeys are dope. I think you can only do that on like E-Trade and TD from what I understand. And it is annoying to have to do it all on your phone. Like, when you got to constantly type it in, but no, I don't know about, I look at the charts on the desktop. I only actually trade on my phone.
Yeah, I'm more comfortable on my phone even too.
And I like, but yeah. So I to answer your question, I don't know.
There. Kind of do wish I sold today though.
Just gotta get that out of your fucking head, dude.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not like
That shit
upset about it or anything like that. I'm just.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
Yeah, but at the same time, if Tesla's up 5% at open tomorrow, you're gonna be happy you didn't, And that's why I say that's why what I said in the very first call was like, you gotta have a plan going into your trade. Like, what are you looking for? And so it's harder to develop a coherent plan when you're still on the relatively inexperienced side of options trading. So then it's like when you're profitable and when you have the opportunity to make hundreds or thousands of dollars, you just gotta be like, holy shit, I would never have done this on my own. And here I am with an extra $500, $1,000, I'm selling. You can diamond hand it like a retard and just, if it works out, it works out. Great. But
yeah, I'd rather make the smart decision and leave some money on the table than get dumb lucky and make it. I mean, getting dumb lucky and making a ton of money is great in the short term, but you don't learn anything.
Let me tell you,
you learn bad things.
Let me tell you guys a story. Like when I was still relatively new in options trading, I just decided I was going to short Amazon one day. And, well, no. So I bought 2 Amazon puts. I dropped like $5,000 on it. And literally within 10 minutes, I was up $2,000. And I was like, yo, what the fuck? You know what my final PL was on that trade?
How much were you down?
Minus $900.
Oh man.
So I held it and I was like, no, did it like, it's gonna whatever. And I ended up getting absolutely raped on it. And I was just like, I'm gonna short Amazon, and I had the opportunity out of dumb luck to make $2,000 in 10 minutes, and I didn't do it. And I'm like, no, it's gonna. And you just, I think another thing I talked about, just because you wish something's gonna happen, or when you like double down and you're like more invested in it, and you're like, I doubled down, like there's no way it's gonna not go my way. It's like that's how you end up getting absolutely fucked.
Yeah.
So yeah. So just be a sniper, just be heartless and just take your fucking money when it's there, and just understand people are trying to fuck you all the time.
True.
So
I feel like more confident on calls than puts. Like I know that it doesn't make any like rational sense to think that way, but I just feel a lot less safe when I make a put than when I make a call.
no, yeah, that's how it goes. That's just how people tend to feel.
Yeah, I learned from my put on the GameStop. Like their price definitely like went down, but I think just the theta killed me because I picked a contract that was like expiring because it was like the end of trading Wednesday or like beginning of trading Thursday. I got the contract, and then like it was for that Friday, and like I was up a couple. I mean I don't even know what I was up, but like I think I bought 2 puts and I was up on one and I cashed out in profit on one, and then I lost money on the other just because the theta killed me on the other.
Yeah, it happens.
All right, I'm gonna duck out of this call right now, but this was very useful. We'll reconvene in the group chat tomorrow morning
for sure.
Yeah. So, all right, boys, good stuff. We'll get to it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Carter, for your helpful advice as always.
No problem, bro.
Always
No
willing to
problem.
help a brother get his bag up. We really appreciate
So
it.
true. That's
get
so
the bag.
true.
The MVP of chat.
No
You-
problem.
Thank you very much,
you
Carter.
Condor.
Putting a lot.
All right, boys.
All right, man.
Thank you, bro.
See you.
Good call.
See ya.
Appreciate it.